Greg Iles, the best-selling author of the Natchez Burning trilogy, has returned with an electrifying standalone novel called Cemetary Road. He joins us now with more about it. Greg.
Hi, I'm Greg Iles, the author of Cemetary Road. Cemetary Road, at its core, is a novel about two men in love with the same woman. I'm known as a crime novelist or sometimes a thriller writer. This is a much more personal story than that. This is about a guy who is a crusading journalist in Washington, D.C., sort of a cross between Woodward and Bernstein from the 70s and John Meacham, a character from our day. And because his father's dying, he has to go back to the small Mississippi town where he grew up. And there lives his best friend and a girl he loved when he was a child and a young man. And he goes home meaning to simply run the family newspaper till his father dies and then sell it. But when he gets there, he finds more corruption than he left in Washington, D.C., and he also realizes he's still in love with the woman he left behind. To complicate matters more, both he and his friend were overseas in Iraq in combat, the lead character as a journalist and the friend as a soldier. So it's a very complicated story. There's a lot of questions of honor and betrayal and loyalty. Now, I was inspired to write this book because I was coming out of writing the Natchez Burning trilogy, which took me 10 years and nearly killed me. It's about 2,500 pages. In the process of writing that, I was in a car accident, lost my leg, ruptured my aorta, nearly died, and writing is what brought me out of that. So I was trying to break away from that, and I went with a much more personal story. I think a lot of us out there have left someone behind in our lives that maybe there are unresolved feelings. For a lot of us, that was in a hometown. And so I think everybody can relate to this story. You know, a lot of people my age as well are having to drop everything. I have friends in Los Angeles or D.C. or Dallas or wherever. They have to leave their career, go home and take care of an ailing parent. And so you can relate to a lot in this, but as I said, in its core, it's a story about what we owe ourselves, what we owe our friends, and about love, betrayal. And then it's also about corruption. These small towns like where I grew up along the Mississippi River, Natchez, Mississippi, that's not unique to Mississippi. You find it in the Midwest, in Ohio. These towns are shells of what they were in the 60s and 70s when they were vibrant. The people are very desperate for some kind of salvation, and this novel explores how far people will go when that salvation is offered. Will they even kill to preserve that kind of deal? So Cemetary Road is available this week everywhere books are sold, online or in your indie stores. You can find it, and I hope you will.
Very cool. Cemetary Road, now available online and at bookstores everywhere. HarperCollins Publishing, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend. Before we head to break, the 6th annual Local Author Showcase is set for this Saturday. The community event helps spread the word about local writers. The showcase will be at the Paseo Verde Library. It's located on South Green Valley Parkway in Henderson. Guests will have the opportunity to interact with their favorite local authors as well as the Clark County Poet Laureate. Sessions get underway at 10 a.m. For more information, head to the website on your screen, and we'll be back.